Welcome back. As you can see, I was successful with last video. I wanted to push into master tier, and I was able to accomplish that towards the end of the season here, pushing all the way into master tier 4. I don't know if I'll be able to get master tier 3 with the amount of time left on the season. I'm just 2 wins away, but you know how it goes. A lot of trading wins losses here towards the end, but I ended up going on this little bit of a heater here to push all the way into master tier 4. And as you can see here, this is the highest that I've ever been able to compete at this level. So hopefully next season, or maybe towards the end of this season, try to get into some rated duels, and that'd be my next goal that I'm going to set for myself. As always, I'm going to show you a couple of the games that led me to getting into master tier, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, well thank you for watching all the gameplays, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Alright, so going into the deck. I didn't really switch up anything from the last video. Last video I was playing one copy of the Lava Golem. However, I took it out because upon critique just wasn't adding enough value to this deck. This is primarily a board breaking zombie deck. I don't play a whole lot of hand traps, like interrupting hand trap, Ash Blossom, things like that. I do play 2 copies of Droll, 2 copies of Retaliating Sea, especially against Dracotail. So instead of the Lava Golem, I took it out in favor of the Branded Regained, which you didn't really see in the video. However, I just added it as of late, just because it adds additional draw power anytime a light or dark monster is banished, which pairs really well with the Glow Up Bloom here, the Necroworld Banshee, the second effect of the Baldrock. It works decent with Felgrand since it has a banish as well. So anytime these monsters, light or dark, get banished, then I'm able to put it on the bottom of the deck, whether it's mine or my opponent's. If it's on my opponent's monster on their turn, I'll do that to perhaps create some additional disruption, and then I'm able to draw from it. This additional draw power comes in handy, and especially for next season when Maxi is going to be limited down to 1 copy. This deck is really going to need additional draw power. And if I can get it from Branded Regained, I was already playing Vampire Sucker just to get this additional draw power on my turn and my opponent's turn. So if I'm able to do that, recreate that with Branded Regained while also recurring Glow Up Bloom or Necroworld Banshee, then that would be really helpful. Especially if I recur Glow Up Bloom, normally I'm sending it to the grave and then special summoning the Baldrock, the Doom King. But if I get additional send, if it's back in the deck and I send it again with Zombie World on play, then I could get my Al Ghul out to the field even quicker. Which we've all seen how powerful this monster is once it's in the graveyard or on the field. It can really affect the pace of the game in my favor. So ultimately, I'm enjoying the board breaker style here with the Super Poly, the Forbidden Droplet, and really allowing space for some of these other non-engine cards to shine here. This deck has done really well in this meta against Yummy. Pretty much as soon as you get to master ranks, even in parts of Diamond, you're only playing against Yummy, you're only playing against Dracotail, you're only playing against Mitsurugi engines, you're only playing against some sort of Fiendsmith, maybe Orchist or Luna Light perhaps, and then occasionally Maliss as well. So this deck has counters and outs to all those decks, with the exception of Dracotail. It's a little harder to play against Dracotail with this deck, just because they're able to regain a lot of their resource. Dracotail is a deck that is pretty good the longer, or it recurs a lot of resource to where now it's a resource battle between my deck and their deck. Against Yummy, Zombie World's going to shut them out, so #1 priority, get Zombie World on the field, so that way when they're trying to make their rank 1 Yummy monster, Yummy Snatchy, they're unable to get into their rank 1. And then Unicorn, trying to get Unicorn out their cookie to get rid of their Book of Moon monster here. Usually Yummy's only playing 1 copy of the Synchro monsters in their deck, 2 copies of their Snatchy. So if you're able to take out the cookie with the Unicorn, that's gonna make your games go by a lot quicker in your favor as well. Against Mitsurugi, the ritual spells here, these require like prayers. These require reptile monsters. In fact, a lot of their cards require some sort of reptile monster either on the field or in the graveyard to affect. So having Zombie World change all their reptile monsters on the field and in the graveyard to zombie monsters forces them to play suboptimally. They're still able to play, however, now they're forced to either sacrifice or tribute monsters in their hands that are still considered reptile, or some of their reptile effects in the graveyard are no longer activatable once Zombie World is on the play or on the field. So getting Zombie World #1 priority against like Yummy, Mitsurugi, or any type of Fiendsmith engine. How they have a rank 1 engraver, or not engraver, but Requiem requires this Fiend monster sack or tribute to get into the link 1. So Zombie World's gonna shut them out of their Fiendsmith cards, even if they have other additional cards that are considered fiends. They're gonna be changed into zombies, and then that's gonna prevent their Fiendsmith engine from going off. Against Maliss, #1 priority is obviously get the Yugioh on the field to prevent them from using their banish monster effects to special summon themselves back to the field. Other than that, if you have any questions about the deck or the gameplay or any of the videos, please ask them in the comment section, and I'll try to address as many as possible. I know I haven't been doing that lately, but I'll start looking at the comment section and seeing if there's any questions that I can answer. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.